The Bay Area is a place of beautiful sights and sounds. Many move here because of the rising tech industry or in hopes of starting businesses and attending prestigious schools. Because of these endeavors, however, California has developed an overpopulation issue causing a rise in housing cost. Bay Area is one of the most expensive places to live in the US, forcing people out of their homes. There was a time when the Bay Area was an affordable place to live, but ever since big companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook came in, the prices skyrocketed. Madeline Stone says that the median sale price for a home in Silicon Valley is $1.5 million compared to $500,000 in Seattle. This is ridiculous, even for those that are very well off. She continues to say that you need to make about $212,000 a year to be able to afford a mortgage on a Silicon Valley home. This dysfunctional San Francisco home sold for $1.2 million, 50% over asking price. This home in Palo Alto, notably in a flood zone, sold for $1.75 million. Many people can't live in the area they work in. They move far out of the city and drive hours to work. This is where the term mega commuting came from. Jennifer Joliffe was offered a teaching job with a salary of just below $30K. She now lives in Santa Cruz and, like everyone else, commutes to work. Kevin Lansdowne works at Hewlett-Packard and at the end of the day returns to a homeless shelter. He states that people won't understand his situation because they have never lived in the Silicon Valley. The constant gentrification and rise in housing is pushing more and more residents to the outskirts. Apple recently spent millions building a giant facility that will hold thousands of employees. These employees will be transferred to the new building momentarily, causing not only more congestion, but an even greater rise in the cost of housing. John Doerr, a pioneering venture capitalist, has often called Silicon Valley the largest legal creation of wealth in the history of the planet. Not only has Silicon Valley created extremely wealthy people, it has also created many new jobs. But if you're someone lacking in technical skills or a good college degree, these jobs are impossible to obtain. Brian Reed, a case manager at EHC, says if you have a family and you're not making a six-figure salary, a decent life is an unattainable goal. This Silicon Valley resident talks on the issue.
Only a handful of areas have any rent control laws, so rent hikes and evictions are everywhere. Deb Folingstad lived in this San Francisco apartment for 10 years. One day, she got a notice from her landlord saying that her rent was going up more than 300%, from just over $2,000 a month to $8,900.
I didn't even know how to react to it. I'm like, what? Is this a joke? And I keep reading, and then I was like, and my security deposit's going up to $12,500.
She went straight to the tenants union for help.
And they're shocked. They're shocked. They had never seen a rent increase like that. No one had seen, they passed it around the office. Look at this.
They told her there was nothing she could do. She had to either pay up or get out. So she started looking for another place.
I was seeing basement studio apartments. And in San Francisco, that means somebody converted their basement into a studio apartment. One room, no windows, damp, underground, and the lowest I saw was something at $1,700 a month.
Turns out, that's a bargain.
3 solutions are being considered. Regulations on who can build what and where, creating more space for housing and less space for businesses. Changing the poverty line, a new updated method that takes an account of local housing value, meaning California's poverty rate would be 5% higher than the national mean. Creating rent caps, strict rules about how much the rent can be raised annually and prevent landlords from forcing people out of their homes. All in all, Silicon Valley has faced disastrous effects from rising housing costs. For the sake of everyone's standard of living, action must be taken to revert these effects.